Citizens are coming down heavily on Karnataka government over its recent order of banning carpooling in Bengaluru. Residents are condemning the decision, especially in a city which is home to regular traffic jams. It was just last week that the Silicon Valley of India witnessed unprecedented traffic gridlock where people could move only 2 to 3 kilometers in several hours. Several students also reached home late at night from schools. Bengaluru Transport Department has also announced a fine of up to 10,000 rupees, and a violation may also invite suspension of vehicles' registration certificate. This decision comes in response to alleged complaints from taxi drivers who argue that these platforms are impacting their livelihoods. The authorities allege that carpooling apps are violating rules by aggregating private cars that cannot be used for commercial services. However, carpooling has been a popular and eco-friendly solution for decongesting cities' traffic by allowing commuters with similar routes to share rides in private vehicles. Let's go to Toya Jakshi on this. Toya, of course, this is bad news for citizens of Bengaluru who had been dependent, many of them had been dependent on carpooling. Now, there is a ban that has been put in place because of taxi associations unhappy with the carpooling. Now, this is, of course, considered as an effective solution as far as decongestion of roads are concerned. How are people reacting? How is an average Bangalorean reacting to this ban? Many are calling this unreasonable.
Well, Radhika, first let me go across to a few residents who are joining with us to speak about the carpooling. So, ma'am, as a Bangalore resident, so how do you see this carpooling?
I think it is the most retrograde step. There is no reason for the department to have announced something like this and falling prey to the demands of the taxi drivers union. Niti Aayog has already issued guidelines that carpooling must be encouraged because it is a way to reduce congestion, it's a way to reduce pollution, it is a way to ensure that more number of cars are not going to be on the roads. They have already issued a set of guidelines and asked the respective state departments to incorporate those guidelines into their own Motor Vehicles Act. Now, it is up to the State Department to change the Motor Vehicles Act. They don't want to address it. It is definitely permitted within the law and the guidelines issued by the centre. And the government is just turning a blind eye. On the one hand, you're seeing the kind of traffic jams that we are seeing. Just 3 days back, young children, school children of 6 and 8, were stuck in traffic for almost 5 hours. Some children got home at 9 p.m. And if you allow more and more people to take out their individual vehicles, then obviously the traffic is going to increase. So we are going to take it up very strongly from BPAC with the Chief Minister, the Transport Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister, saying that this has to be amended and this has to be changed. You must allow carpooling, and that is the right way to do things.
Sir, so now that most of the IT BT employees only use these carpooling apps to, reach their work location early. So how do you see, sir? So now the Karnataka government has banned this on Saturday. So how do you take this move as?
It's a great pity. I think the new government has a wonderful chance to solve an old problem. There is tremendous employment being generated, as you rightly said, by the IT BT sector, which means more and more people are joining that sector. As organizations move away from work from home to work in office, you obviously are going to take twice the number of people into office as we did before, which means the roads have to bear it. Our infrastructure is not able to keep up with it. So it's a mathematical no-brainer that if I can put more people per vehicle, I'll have less vehicles on the road. It's not as if it's a piece of cake, right? The people who are willing to pool also have inconveniencing themselves. They have to make sure they leave at a particular time, they leave office at a particular time to be able to catch a vehicle. So they're all doing their bit to ensure that the commute is made easy. And something like this is a wonderful opportunity. I can understand, we always talk of vote bank. Yes, of course, the Taxi Drivers Union, it's a very important concept. They're doing a good job, right? We had some good times. But government must realize that if 3-4 people will go in one car, for every driver seemingly affected, there are 3 times the number of people who are likely to be well disposed towards the government. And therefore, actually, it's something which they should harvest.
So, well, like this, Radhika, there are a couple of, mixed comments that we are getting on this carpooling, where recently on a Saturday, the Karnataka government has taken a serious step to ban on this carpooling services in Bengaluru, where after receiving several complaints by the taxi driver, private taxi driver associations, where, most of the ITBT employees who choose to go for a carpooling to reach their work location as early as possible. But now that after this announcement happened by the state government, the Karnataka Transport Department has stormed up saying that the whiteboard cabs, the whiteboard vehicles are not supposed to be used for any kind of commercial purpose. It is called as, they've termed it as an illegal services. Well, now that the transport department has also claimed that they will be charging penalties up to 5,000 to 10,000 if at all the carpooling operation is still is still going on. So, well, like this, there are a couple of apps such as a Quick Ride or the BlaBlaCars, Carpool.
So yeah, certainly
these
residents of Bengaluru are unhappy. They are calling this move, of course, irrational, unreasonable. Remains to be seen if this ban will be reconsidered by the state government. But thank you for bringing those voices from Bengaluru. Let's also get you this report sent by my colleague Imran.
The Karnataka government has taken a decision to ban the use of carpooling based on demand by the Auto Rickshaw Driver Association. Let's take a quick view from the Bengalurans and see what they have to say about it. Sir, you have used carpooling, and what do you think, especially the decision of the government to ban carpooling?
I don't think banning carpooling is the way to go. We already know the kind of traffic jams that happen in Bangalore. We are famous for it. Carpooling is one solution that actually helps reduce the traffic congestion. The government should support it. I think they should find a way to make it more safe instead of banning it completely. I don't understand the reason why they are banning carpooling at all.
From women's perspective, I think what he said, if we can make quick ride safer, because sometimes auto feels safer than going in a car. But that's the only thing. Otherwise, it should be open for all. It's a free country.